Nudges it back to McCann, first time cross into the box, looking for Stewart, he's glanced it and it's a wonderful save from Kasper Schmeichel.
Rangers, oh, it's a real chance here. Great play, Schmeichel, just waited his time.
Kasper, great to see you. Perhaps first of all you could bring us right up to date with your situation regarding the injury to your shoulder, your recovery or your treatment.
Yeah, the status at the moment is I've had one surgery, which was an exploratory surgery and a clean-up surgery. You know, the status is there's a lot of damage in there. There's a lot of infection, and yeah, I'm going to need another 1 or 2, maybe 3 surgeries apparently. And yeah, it's a strange reality at the moment, and it's been a really difficult couple of months trying to wrap my head around it. Spent some time traveling around trying to get the opinions of you know, the world's leading shoulder specialists. Found a really good surgeon in Manchester. Spent some time there trying to yeah, ultimately find a way to see if I can get back to playing. That's my ultimate goal. But yeah. Like I say, it's been a tough few months.
Having had the kind of 20-year professional career that you've had, is it difficult to wrap your head around the possibility that you might not play again?
Yeah, that's without question been the hardest thing. You know, obviously I look back at my career and I'm extremely grateful for everything I've done, but I never thought I'd be in this position, and yeah, it's been really tough. I've had to kind of just take myself away, regroup, spend some time with my kids, my wife, and yeah, just trying to get used to the reality of the fight that I'm up against now, and yeah, that I'm back in the mindset. You know, I've wrap my head around the fact that I'm going to try and fight. I'm going to try and do everything I can, but no, it really has. It's been really tough because when you love something as much as I do, playing football, you know, you do everything for it. You fight for it. You fight for your life, and that's what I'm doing at the moment.
When you came to Celtic, Kasper, you said that what you liked about the opportunity here was the fact that winning was everything, and winning well was everything, and you've had some great moments, and there's been some real highlights for you since you came, since we first met over in Washington nearly 2 years ago. Watching the team just now and not being a part of that, is there a balance between wishing you were out there and contributing, but really supporting the guys who are there?
I mean, I think any player will tell you not playing is the hardest thing. But yeah, that whole thing of, you know, you feel a little bit useless, like you can't contribute on the pitch, and yeah, that's been a hard thing. I've watched every game, and it's been torturous in some ways because, you know, you just want to be out there, and like I say, the potential of not ever doing that again. That's hard, and you know, you said it yourself about Celtic. There's just gets under your skin, and I don't think you understand that until you actually play here. And to think I'm not going to play at Celtic Park again, that's a hard realization. I'm not going to lie, and that's been tough to comprehend. But yeah. It's given me time to reflect on how much I've loved playing here, how much I feel a part of this club. You know, I was speaking with my wife the other day, and I was saying, you know, when I left Leicester, I wish I'd come straight here. I wish I'd been able to play here for longer, because there's just something about this club that, yeah, it gets under your skin. And my kids, they run around in Copenhagen with Celtic shirts, and yeah, I don't know. It just gets you, and having had the moments that I've had with this club, you know, lifting trophies and being part of that history, yeah, that's something I'm immensely proud of. It's something that will always live with me, and yeah, I've loved every minute here, and I still am in another way now. Now, like I say, I've had to reshape my reality, and try and contribute in a different way now. But that's not easy.
You mentioned you've watched every game. I'm sure even though physically you can't move about the living room when you're watching it, I'm sure in your head you've been diving and making all the saves that Vil has done. How pleased have you been for him? Because it was a big ask for Vil to come in when he did, but with the support group that we've got here with Vil and obviously Ross and Stevie Woods leading the goalkeepers group, if you like, how pleased have you been for Vil?
Well, I've always obviously been in football for so long. Being on the bench or number 3 or whatever a club, it's the hardest position ever. And then to be put into a situation like Vil's done and to handle it the way he's done is do you know, the best compliment I can give him is I'm not surprised that he's done well, because I've seen him in training every single day from the day I've been here, you know, and the potential has always been there. And you know, he's been my rival, but he's also been a good friend as well, a good competitor, and there's always been a massive amount of respect there. And as competitors, you never want to give the other guy a chance, but now that, you know, I'm out of that equation, I can see it with different eyes, and I can be very objective, and you know, to see him thriving like that's what you need at that age. And you need that opportunity, you need that bit of luck, you need to be put into a situation. Sometimes an injury, you know, it happens, and you get your chance to shine, and that's exactly what he's doing. So for me to see from day one when we worked together to where he is now, you know, not just as a keeper, I can tell, you know, in the dress, I can tell his confidence, I can tell he's starting to really show his personality, and you know, that's for an older guy to see that's a great thing to see.
Looking back on your almost 2 seasons at the club, Kasper, you know, coming in with the expectations you did and sitting here now, did you get everything you wanted out of Celtic?
I haven't. I don't think enough will ever be enough. You know, I got exactly what I was looking for in terms of I found a place that I loved and still love. The only real, like, the only downside for me has been how it's kind of ended. You know, that was taken, you know, that was taken out of my hands, and like I said, the thought of not being able to play at Celtic Park again is a real hard one to kind of swallow. But you know, Celtic is this big, massive club, and there's so much talk about the club, and there's so much attention, and there's so much expectation, and I've loved that. I've really loved that, and I'll always follow. I'll always always have Celtic in my heart. It's like I say, it got under my skin from day one, and yeah, it's a great place. I've really enjoyed everything, and even more importantly, you know, there's some big games ahead now, and I'm as much as I'm not looking forward to being on the sideline, I'm looking forward to the games. I think we've got an incredible chance now, and for everything we've come through this season to be able to go and win a double, which I believe we will, because we have momentum, we have belief, and you know, we have the players to do it. That's going to be an incredible achievement.
Just finally, Kasper, on the Celtic supporters, a lot of the, you know, the demands here on success and success by playing a certain way comes from, comes back to the Lisbon Lions, which then feeds that mentality into the support, and the support never let you. They never give up. They never let go. And as a goalkeeper, you're close to that. So, you know, physically, you're close to that. Some of the away grounds, you're very close to that. You know, sometimes it can be support. Sometimes it can be support in a different way. You strike me as the kind of character, though, who takes all that and uses all that and feeds off all of that, and in a sense enjoys all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sensitive guy. I hear a lot of stuff, and I feed off that energy without question. Both positive and negative. But the energy that the fans can bring is so important. Like when you play at Celtic Park and they are with you, it is you're unstoppable. You know, I can honestly say, you stand in that goal and you feel the atmosphere, you feel the drive. I'd hate to be an opposition player there, because that is the ultimate weapon Celtic have, is that unity, that support. When all that is buzzing, you've won before you even go on the pitch practically, because it's absolutely everything. But that's what Celtic is. You know, you talked about, you saw me in Washington. I'd always known about Celtic, and obviously knew Joe and playing here and all that, but it wasn't till I went to Washington and the amount of fans outside the hotel, and like, wow, yeah, this is major. And yeah, being part of a club with that kind of stature in the world, that's something I'm immensely proud of.
Kasper, it's been great to have you around for the last couple of seasons. You've clearly got a bit of the journey to go, so just personally I want to wish you the very best for the outcome, whatever it may be.
Thank you.
Livingston looking for the spectacular. It's a shot and it's a save. Great save by Kasper Schmeichel.
But it's a good cross in. Ball's loose in the area. What a save from Kasper Schmeichel, and cleared away by Arne Engels. Unbelievable from the Celtic goalkeeper.